Uh,
Thanks everyone for joining us on time for today's webinar, where we're going to be having a candid conversation with two important veterans of the PGDM program who take charge of the admissions process. We're joined by Dheeraj sir and Santosh sir, both of them having a combined experience of over 40 years and a wisdom that enables you to understand the process intricately. We are going to be understanding the eligibility criteria because in the past couple of webinars, we've seen a major question around eligibility criteria, the common entrance exam that can be considered, the cutoffs for the exams, the deadlines that are typically very important to make sure that we are trying to increase our chances of selection. So I will keep this introduction shorter, and I'd invite Dheeraj sir to please spearhead this entire conversation. Over to you, Dheeraj sir, to help us understand the entire program better, the application process better for the PGTM program. So over to you and Santosh sir.
thank you, Nirja, and good evening to all the participants in the room. A warm welcome, and then I think Nirja, okay, I got the sharing right. Thank you. Just to give me a confirmation, I hope I'm audible and my voice is clear.
Yes, sir, it is.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll just share a slide that will help us to understand how we would be going through this session, particularly towards addressing the kind of general queries that normally we come across while speaking to students, and probably the slide should help us to understand easily and in a better way. Nirja, just to take a confirmation from you once again. Sorry.
So the screen's not visible at the moment.
Okay, maybe streaming. I think it has stuck.
No worries.
You are able to hear me?
Yes, sir, we are. In the interim, I urge all the participants to please put all your questions in the Q&A section. They will be taken care by Dheeraj sir and Santosh sir towards the end of the webinar. So please feel free to just make sure that you're putting the questions in the Q&A section till the time we're trying to project the PPT.
Okay. Uh, I think my
So,
screen has
yeah, we
stuck,
cannot
but
see that.
then
Yes.
you can hear me and right.
Yes.
Nevertheless, I think by the time it gets fixes, no worries. I think we can do is the major points that we will address towards in the session today is about the program, about the institute, about the eligibility criteria, common entrance exams that normally we consider, the cutoffs, uh, the weightages systems that we follow, the deadline coming up, the selection process, the specializations that we offer, the fee structure, the education loan facilities that the institutes helps in with the help of few reputed banks, the kind of hostel accommodation facilities, and followed by the Q&A session. Uh, Nija, if you can remove the pin, probably, I think.
So we definitely can. However, it'll be good if you can probably escape and then try to reshare again because we cannot see the presentation. Harsha was just asking me to, give you a thumbs up on that, heads up on that. Maybe if you want to. Great. In the interim that we're trying to just fix this hiccup, I am able to see a lot of you have already started pouring your questions. Please do so. Like we said that after walking you through the presentation, both Dheeraj sir and Santosh sir will be addressing each and every question that we posted in the Q&A section. So I urge all of you to put the questions there related to anything that might be, a concern for you. I see a lot of those questions coming in a couple of webinars. So just make sure that you're putting that. So Dheeraj sir would be joining again and will be taking this conversation forward. In the meantime, of course, I see a lot of these questions that have already started pouring in. So you will be getting clarity on the entire admissions process. And to answer, of course, we have. So I see these questions coming in. If even if you're from Calcutta or elsewhere, you don't have to worry because the entire admissions process actually takes place across both online and offline formats. We understand that logistics can become an issue. So Suresh and others, you don't really have to worry about it. And of course all the other questions related to the cutoffs, the CMAT cutoffs and MAT scores, everything is going to be spoken about in the session, so you don't have to worry about it. Overall, of course, do introspect, show capacity to think, learn, relate, and how you get yourself motivated. That's something which is really important. So please make sure that you highlight those till the time we have Dheeraj sir back again. Additionally, we've already shared what you can actually prepare for the GDPI process. Be aware about things happening around you. It can be, gauging a lot of those skill set areas. Even for group discussion, participate. We a lot of times see that, sometimes we have to take the initiative to tell the students to speak. So you should proactively participate, be cordial. Don't try to, make it like a complete pandemonium sort of an affair. And for group exercise, of course, please go over the resource packet that we send you, go over it, understand, the entire presentation on the day, and just make sure that you're on time, you're settling in well, do a digital hygiene check. A lot of times we're logging in via phones, so our overall screen is not really up to the mark. So, those basic digital hygiene measures, do keep it in check. So we have Dheeraj sir back again. He will be, yes, sir.
I had this kind of disaster. My system got stuck, and then
No worries, sir. Murphy's Law, what has to go wrong will go wrong. So no worries at all on that. Great, sir. We can see your screen. If you can also present it, that'll be great. Yeah,
I-
perfect.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, my finger crossed. Okay, done.
Yes.
Fine. I'm so sorry to the audience. My system got hang in between, and then okay. Uh, 1 second. One second, Nirja.
No worries, no worries at all, sir. We're just waiting for you only. Sir, maybe what you can do is you can present from the next slide of that PPT.
I am doing so.
Sure.
Okay, is it visible now?
Absolutely, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry again. Okay, I
No.
was speaking about like what kind of would the points that we'll cover today. So we'll take these points in a sequence way, so that will help us to probably interact and then help you explain in depth about the institute and the kind of selection process that happens at soil. If I talk about soil, basically soil was created with the help of 32 consortium companies. I'll take their names in the coming slides. And then design thinking is one of the important attributes that normally the industries are looking for these days. And basically, it's a human-centered approach where you try to become a kind of person who solves bigger complex problem in a very simplified way. And that happens because there are different tools that are used to solve these bigger problems in a very simplified ways. And that is because we try to understand a particular problem in a very multidimensional angle, right? That design thinking is used as a methodology, as a concept while teaching the specializations that we offer. Specializations also, I'll take that in the coming slides, followed by the eligibility criteria, common entrance exam, cutoffs, and then the weightage. I'll take them one by one. So if I talk about, these are the consortium partners who created Soil. Basically, you find all the bigger brands who had this mindset in understanding, okay, why you should be launching a program that should be catering to the uh, freshers, basically, uh, and where they can develop this sense of design thinking attribute in themselves. We have two campuses. This is also a kind of queries that normally I come across. We have two campuses. One is at Gurgaon, Sector 44, where we offer two programs, two one-year program basically. One is the PGPM Business Leadership, and the other is the PGPM HR. And the second campus is at Manesar, New Gurgaon, which is 20 minutes, hardly 20 minutes from Gurgaon campus, where we are offering this 2 years PGDM program. So in this session today, we'll be speaking more about the 2 years PGDM program. In case if you're looking for the one-year program also, you can definitely approach us, and then we'll further help you in connecting with the one-year team. So looking forward for this 2 years PGDM program where we offer this program which is approved by AICT. Who joins Soil basically? So that is what I was saying about the batch profile. We normally find approximately 70% of the students are fresher in the 2 years PGDM program. The gender diversity is as equal to almost 50-50 at Soil, almost 25 plus states. The students are representing from 25 plus states with an average of 18 months of work ex. Few of the entrance exams that normally we take as per AICT recommendations are CAT, ZAT, MAT, CMAT, GMAT. We do take NMAT and SNAP also, but there's a condition laid with NMAT and SNAP that along with NMAT and SNAP, we need one national entrance exam scorecard out of this CAT, MAT, ZAT, or say CMAT uh, as a supporting to be attached along with these two particularly. Although we calculate the best of all the entrance exam that you give. If your NMAT is higher than CAT, we'll calculate NMAT. If your CAT or ZAT is higher than NMAT or SNAP or any other entrance exam, we'll consider the best one. We have basically the weightages system here, and these weightages are given to different parameters, basically the academic, your extracurricular activity engagements, uh, in case if you have done any kind of internship, and in case if you have any kind of work ex, followed by performance in the group discussion round, group exercise round, and the personal interview round. Again, there are weightages given to, there are two SOPs that you will write while filling the application form. So what happens is, at Soil, we do not follow a predefined cutoff. Rather, we have weightages system. The higher the score, higher the weightage, and then we'll see what will come out towards the end. That means adding all the weightages that you'll get in each brackets. We'll see what is the final score that comes out, and based on that, the top order list is prepared, and then the lists are declared while declaring these results. Okay, round two deadline is approaching. It is on 20th January. This is round two. We conducting the interviews for the round one students. I think 9th December was the last date for that, and then now we have entered into the last league of round two. Normally, we enter into three rounds basically: the December, Jan, and Feb. Uh, February, normally have seen CMAT students requesting for the application form to be open, and then that's why we enter into the third round. There are few scholarships that we offer. There are five types of scholarship basically. One is need-based scholarship, family income lesser than 8 lakhs, merit-based, based on the entire profile of a student from right from academic to entrance and then performance in the GDPI. Third is the Dr. Varghese, Korean Varghese scholarship, which is like somebody who's belonging to agriculture background. And then the fourth one is wards of different personnel. Fifth is unique achievement scholarship. Unique achievement scholarship is something if you have achieved certain kind of national award or state level award in terms of sports or contribution towards any NGO which has been recognized well. And all these scholarships will be the system says once you are selected for the program and later there will be a separate panel, they'll interview again based on these the students who nominate themselves under these five categories. The admission process would look like one is you need to submit your application form before the deadline, that is your 20th January. And then later on the day we meet, then we have a, you can say, a kind of a briefing session where we try to help you in understanding what kind of the activities will happen on the day, and then followed by group discussion, group exercise, and personal interview. So this basically these are the process that we follow. Now I'll come back to the one where what I was talking about, how what are the things that normally come across as general questions by the students or the aspirants, if I to be very precise. Eligibility criteria says one is either you should be a graduate or if you're pursuing your final year. As per AICT, the minimum graduation percentage should not be less than 50%. Later, the student should have appeared at least one national entrance exam, that is either it could be CAT, ZAT, MAT, CMAT, GMAT, right? We do accept NMAT and SNAP score, as I said in the few minutes back also, that we do accept NMAT score or SNAP scores with a condition that you need to submit one national entrance exam scorecard, that is maybe from CAT, ZAT, CMAT, or GMAT, right? We calculate the best of the scores that you have appeared over. We do not have a predefined cutoff. Rather, we have weightages system. We give weightages to your academic, your extracurricular activity engagements, entrance exam, followed by GDPI, right? So sometimes some students normally they keep asking like if I have got below this particular percentile in a particular entrance exam. In case if the student is having a better scores in the percentages in the academic, so that is something like compensating toward the entrance exam, and then 40% area is the GD group exercise and personal interview, which is holding the major weightage, where you have an open platform where the best to best if you give there, you capture the better weightage there, and you are able to compensate towards wherever you have scored a little bit less, and then that gives you an added chance of beating the maybe your peer candidates there and then securing your own seat. We offer four specializations: marketing, HR, finance, and business analytics. Uh, First year will be common, no doubt. Second year, you'll be choosing one major and one minor as a specialization. While filling the application form, or in case if you have filled or if you are planning to fill, you'll come across a button where it's asking about an interim interest from your side, to which specialization are you interested in currently. So while filling the form, you can fill or you can take the specialization that you are interested in currently, but then you'll be freezing the specialization when you enter when you are almost closing the first year, right? The fee structure is 14.8 lakhs for 2 years, that is 2 years of includes your tuition fee plus the other administrative charges. We do provide hostel for boys and girls on a first come first serve basis. It's not mandatory, but the last year charges were 1.8 lakhs for twin sharing basis for one academic year. The new charges would be soon informed when we start rolling out the results. There are certain banks who help the student of soil to avail education loan at a better interest rate and at a very faster and convenient mode of applying. We have seen banks offering education loan, the entire amount to the students. I think in a very faster days, you can say in three days basically. You'll see the names of these banks at our website. HDFC, Credila, IDFC, Yes Bank, Axis Bank, Bank of Baroda, and then there are few private NBFCs also who give equal support to the students while helping them in availing the education loan. Uh, Career opportunities and statistics, like last year we closed with an average package of 10.3 with highest as 20, and the median was 10 lakhs. If I go deeper, like normally we find these questions also by the students, like what this average package for domain wise, if I say, suppose it is marketing, then somewhere the average package was 10.7. HR, it was close to 11.2. Finance, close to 9 lakhs. And then analytics, it was somewhere 10.24. And overall, it was 10.3. Currently, the placement drive is going on where the interim report says somewhere the average package is very close to somewhere around 11 lakhs. Now, if I would like to, I think I should be repeating few of the things because I think there are many audience who have just joined. We do not have a predefined cutoff for any entrance exam. Rather, we have weightage system. We give weightages to different parameters like your academic, 10th, 12th graduation percentage. We give weightages to your extracurricular activity engagements, and that can be rewards, and that can range from your schooling days till the time you're, in case if you're working also. And then we give weightages to your GD performance, group exercise performance, and then the personal interview. So collectively we'll see what is the final score that is coming out. Based on this entire the weightages, the top order will be prepared and then the list will be declared. Currently, we are running with the round one interview process. Round two application deadline is 20th January. Post 20th January, all the application forms will go for shortlisting. There is a set of committee who go through each application form deeply in understanding the profile of a candidate. In a way, if I say we do not have a predefined cutoff, it is a profile-based selection process. Now comes the, I think I'll go through the Q&A section also simultaneously so that in case if I come across any questions by the students, probably that will help us to interact in the track. Okay, I can see there are a few questions. With me, I have Santosh, the co-partner. Santosh will help me picking up the common questions in an general way so that we are able to address the mass without repeating the same thing. Probably we can take up some clubbed questions together. Uh, a question says about PGDM and PGPM. PGPM is a one-year program, majorly where we see there are two conditions laid for the PGPM program. One program that we offer is PGPM BL, where minimum 2 years of work ex is required. And for the PGPM HR, work ex is not compulsory. We have our own internal psychometric test for the one-year program. For the PGDM program, we need the student to, they should have appeared for the national entrance exams like CAT, MAT, ZAT, or say CMAT, even GMAT. Without entrance exam, we cannot actually find a student being as a part of eligibility. dual candidate for looking forward for this interview round process. Uh, what is the strength of a 2 year PGDM human resource class? See, that depends on if it is kind of, if you're asking about the batch strength of the particular specialization, then it's a general PGDM program where there are four specializations: marketing, HR, finance, and analytics. First year will be common. Second year, when you look forward for electing the electives, basically, there the batch size depends. It depends on the students choosing the specialization, and that changes every year to year. Okay, let me pick up few more questions. The GDPI round is conducted online or offline, correct? Normally, we look forward for conducting the interviews in two ways. One is the online method, and then the other one is physical, which happens at campus. Currently the dates that we have floated between the students for the round one, it was all in the online mode. What happens is once you are shortlisted, you will get an invite, and there you will find multiple dates reflecting in your dashboard, and the mode how we conduct the interview, the dates with the mode, is it online or is it in the physical mode. You have the option of selecting the date as per your convenience, and based on that the students are invited for the interview round process, right? Again, okay, I find one more question, the same thing, that address, if I have less percentile in any particular entrance exam and better academic percentage, can I apply or not? Uh, Less in the sense, if what we have seen in the past is students who had appeared for NMAT, maybe 200 plus, help the candidate to compete comfortably, right? In case if the student had the academic somewhere in the range of 70, then probably 210 help the candidate to compete comfortably. In terms of CAT and ZAT, somewhere 70-75 percentile plus help the candidates to compete comfortably. And if I talk about the MAT or CMAT, somewhere 95 plus help the candidate to compete comfortably. Now, compete comfortably is because we do not have any predefined cutoff. And in case if the students are having this set of percentile or score, and if they perform in an average way in the GD, NPI also, they can at least accumulate a good weightages there, and then they can find themselves in the top of the list. Uh, Again, okay, I can find again the same type of questions like cutoff. We do not have any predefined cutoff, rather we have weightages system. Fee structure is 14.8 for the 2 years program. Okay, I'm applying. Santosh, if you can find out certain questions which is different than this thing, I'll take that. I
Yeah, there is a,
Yeah.
yeah, please, please highlight the weightages amongst the parameter, like how much
Okay.
weightage given to the academics and the entrance exam score so that students
Mhm.
can aware about the process.
Okay. The weightages are splitted in 15% area weightage goes towards academic, the 10-12 graduation. 40% goes towards GD, GE, and PI performance. 5% goes towards, in case if you have any work ex or and then extracurricular, 5% for extracurricular activities, basically. And 35% area goes towards the entrance exam. So majorly the entrance exam and the performance in the GD, GE, and PI plays a very major role, where in case if you have a higher score in the entrance exam and better performance in the GD, GE, and PI, that will really help you to fetch some good weightages there, and that will actually help you to be at a ease point of getting being selected. Now, if I talk about the process, the GD, at SOIL we do not have a predefined, you can say a one-liner kind of topic that will be discussed by the candidates. Rather, it will be a kind of abstract or a case-based, where the candidates will be splitted into small teams, and then they discuss discuss on that particular case, and then they come out with something different than the perspective that we had while giving the particular case study. In the group exercise, normally we come out where we normally will be giving you a complex or a real life based problem so that you work as a team and come out with an innovative or a creative solution for that particular um, problem or a scenario that will give you in the design thinking ways group exercise. So in the GD, we are looking for you what normally what we suggest the candidates is explore the kind of etiquettes that we need to follow while sitting in a group, etiquettes that we need to follow while working as a in a team, and in personal interview we would like to suggest that be as genuine as you are, be as natural as you are. Keep your SOPs basically was the short term and the long term goals that you have mentioned there. We should not be very exaggerated in terms of the short term not matching with the long term or if it's contradicting with each other. Your strength and weaknesses also should not be contradicting with each other. Keep yourself acquainted with the latest happening in and around the business and economy. That will help you to create points and a comfortable play zone where you are able to discuss with the panel members for a longer period of time, basically, right? Because the panel they are more interested in understanding about you. They would like to understand more about you while interacting. So rather, if you not should not take it as an interview, rather take it as an interaction round. The more you interact with the panel, and the more the panel is able to interact with you with the points or the dots to join, that will really help them to understand more about you. Okay, Santosh, I think I've come across one gap point, something. What if I have gap in my graduation mistake? The gap will not make much difference until unless the panel understand like what was the utilization of that gap here. Uh, what were your learning factors at that particular time? If you're able to justify the panel that this was the reason and I was occupied with this, then that normally that will not become an hindrance kind of thing. But then yes, you should be able to help them understand what was your engagement during those periods. So I say gap years will not make much difference.
There is a question.
Work, yes, please.
There is a question related to international universities, uh, in student exchange program that we have for
You're
us.
talking about the global immersion?
Yeah, global immersion program that.
Okay. As part of the curriculum, yes, we do have global immersion program. Basically, we have two type of immersion program. One is domestic, the Himalayan retreat, which is compulsory for all the students to attend. We take all the students to a place called Sidbari at Dharamshala, where the students will be the entire batch will be taken basically there, and you need to stay there for a week's time, and you have to be involved, you have to go around the places and then help them in understanding the learning factors that you have learned during this program, where and how practically can you implement them at those villages in and around. The other immersion program is the global immersion program, which is not compulsory, which is an optional one, where we have certain tie-ups with different foreign universities at Milan, Sazikan universities at Japan, and then at France. So that's an optional one. Uh, since the COVID times, the this global immersion program did not happen for those period, and then after later, we have found the students opting for doing this immersion program with that particular university in an online format, and that is happening every year because that has to match with the course outline being followed at that particular time at that university and soil also. So global immersion program is there, but it's an optional one. The domestic one is compulsory.
Okay, there is one more question
Yes.
related to the PGPM program. A student who have already applied for PGDM program and he is having 2 years work ex. So should he apply for PGP programs? Of course, he can apply for both the program because in the PGDP program in BLP, 2 year work ex is mandatory. So as per the profile, you can apply for both the program. A student who are having 2 year work ex, they can apply in PGPM program and PGDM both. So you have to fill both the application form.
Yeah, you have to fill the form separately for both the programs basically. Uh, okay, one student, I think there's one more question related to PGPM HR. PGPM BL, as the Santosh just said, PGPM Business Leadership Program, 2 years is compulsory, and for the PGPM HR 1 year program, work X is not compulsory. A fresher can definitely apply. I think I just came across a question where a student wants to understand what if I have not given any entrance exam, will I be eligible for the program? For the 2 years PGDM program, entrance exam is compulsory as guided by the All India Council for Technical Education. Without entrance exam, we really cannot take. So, in case if you have not given the entrance exam that has gone by like CAT or ZAT, probably you can look forward for the coming MAT exam being conducted by IMA or the CMAT exam, which is conducted by AICT. But entrance exam is must. Okay, I'll just take a second and come reading out. Hostel charges, yes, the hostel charge is not part of the tuition fee. The hostel fee is taken separately because it is not mandatory. We do have hostel facility for boys and girls, but the costing will be separate. The batch size 60 a class, and the overall intake capacity is 300 for the PGDM 2 years general program. The specialization will be taken care in the second year. So in a total way, it is 300. Academic wise, yes, minimum eligibility criteria in with respect to academic is as per AICT again, not lesser than 50% in graduation. For 10th and 12th, there is no such guidelines which says, but higher the score in any respect from academic to entrance, higher the score in any bracket will help you to fetch more weightage. More weightage will help you to gain extra more marks, and when you put them into top order, will help you to be part of the merit list. The charges for the application form is 2,000. The deadline is approaching. It is 20th January. It will be there till midnight. And post 20th January, the applications will go for shortlisting, and then the candidates will be invited for the interview, which will be held currently in online mode, and expected is somewhere it will start the round 2 from the second week of Feb. Should I? Okay, there's a request for repeating the fee. The fee is 14.8 lakhs.
Okay, there is a question. While applying NMAT at GMAT website, I forgot to choose soil option as the option in that
Okay.
site. So can I apply
Okay.
directly?
Yes, you can apply directly. It's a general practice that while applying for a particular entrance exam, there's an option of choosing certain B schools where you are interested in asking the particular organizing exam center to send your scores to the particular institute. If you somehow, in case if you have forgotten to mention or the institute name while appearing this NMAT or the GMAT, you can directly apply at the institute. So that means if you're talking about soil currently, yes, you can visit the website of soil and you can submit the application form directly. Your screening and other thing will happen in the same process that normally happens. WorkX will be given preference in the sense, yes, there is a 5% weightage for the WorkX work experience candidate, and should not be less than 1 year at least. Should be above 1 year. And they also, the panel normally they go through the entire profile. So they'll try to understand what was their engagement, what was the learning experience while during the work experience that you have gained. Now, suppose if you have scored a X score in any entrance, say in MAT or CAT or something, and then you got shortlisted for the interview round process. But if you do not, by chance, if your name doesn't appear in the list one, list two, you still have the opportunity of upgrading your score by giving the next coming entrance exam. And then you can upgrade your score. By upgrading your score, that means you have to get some better percentile there, which will help you to upgrade your profile here, and maybe your name comes in the next list. This is why I'm talking about this is there's a question which says, like, suppose if I do not get selected in the part of round one, what next? So that is like it's a rolling kind of admission process that we follow. So if your name doesn't come in the next first list or the second list, you have to look forward for any one of the entrance exam, because 35% area weightage is given to entrance exam. So you can definitely upgrade your score. Internship is not considered. Will the internship be considered as a work X? No, internship will not be considered as a work X. But yes, the panel normally they try to understand what was your learning factors there, which either should be taken in the extracurricular activity engagements. Work X will be post your graduation.
Okay, there is another question. Do I have to complete, do I have to do online MBA after I complete PGPM program successfully or get placed? So it is
No,
related to PGPM program. No?
let me go through that question probably. I could hear. Uh, if you can come again, Santosh, about that question, I couldn't hear that.
Okay. Do I have to do online MBA after complete the PGPM program? Like after doing PGPM program, so online MBA is like mandatory, or should I get placed?
Both are separate.
Both are separate. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
So
the
there is a question. There are
program residential? I came across a question, is the program residential? No, so it is not residential basically, because the hostel is not inside the campus. It is a kilometer away from here. Normally, we do have shuttle services also provided on a nominal charges, and it's a walking distance by the basically we find students walking, and thus it is not a residential campus, but we always advise and suggest candidate students should be staying nearby, because there are a lot of activities and other events, sometimes late classes also that happens. So yes, in a way, it's not a residential campus, but yes, we have a hectic schedule basically.
okay, again there are questions related to cutoff for ZAT and SNAP. So there is sir, could you explain the cutoff again for each exams?
Okay, I'll repeat that thing because I yes, it's a general question. We do not have a predefined cutoff for any entrance exam. Rather, we have weightages system, and it's a profile-based selection process. We will give weightages to your academic, entrance, extracurricular activity engagements, to SOPs that you will write while filling the form, followed by your performance in the GD, group exercise, and personal interview. So weightages will be allocated to all these parameters, and then based on your performance, all these weightages will be calculated toward the end when we keep adding them, and we'll see what is the final score that comes out, and the top order will be prepared accordingly. So there is no predefined cutoff, rather we have weightages system. Higher the score, higher the weightage.
Okay, few questions we have received related to the results. the interviews that we are conducting this month or maybe round one.
Okay.
So when will be the result announced?
Okay, in the room, if there are candidates who had applied and who had appeared for the process, basically. Round one interviews are going on, and I think that will stretch till the first week of Feb. And we can expect the result for the round one by somewhere mid-Feb, second week of Feb. Round two applications deadline is 20th January. Post all the forms will be sent for shortlisting, and then expected interviews to start for this round two is again second week of Feb. Second week of Feb onwards, all these interviews will start. We can expect the result for round two somewhere in the month of March.
Okay, we have a question related to the placement, the last year average placement or median placement. We can explain the group or audience.
The although the reports are available at the website also, the last year we closed with an average of 10.3 and highest was 20. And if I talk about, and the median was 10. Yes, I came across a question asking about the minimum package also. Normally, it's we have a benchmark of keeping the thing that none should get less than 8 lakhs. You can, in a way, you can say 8 lakhs is the not lesser than 8 lakhs should be the minimum package. Okay, I can see one few who had applied in the round one still did not get the dates for the interview. Say, the shortlisting process is an is an ongoing process basically. We keep shortlisting the panels, the selection committee normally they keep on going through the profiles of each applicants and then they keep inviting them as on when we come out with the new dates. So it's an ongoing process. Once shortlisted, you'll be always reflected with multiple dates, and then you can select the one that is comfortable for you. If you were not shortlisted till date, do wait for some time. Probably, if not this time, maybe in the coming week again, because normally the interview dates are spreaded almost in every week for throughout the month. So if you have not got shortlisted currently, wait for some time. Maybe in the next coming interview slots, you get to the invite. And if you feel that, yes, I have scored very less in particular entrance exam, then we'll suggest look forward for the coming entrance exam, whichever is earlier, maybe the MAT or the CMAT, and target for achieving some good percentile there, so that can help you to get shortlisted. And in case if you have already appeared for the process, that should help you to get selected basically.
Okay,
NMAT, okay, sorry, Santosh.
yes,
NMAT, normally we have found a common questions also that will the second attempt or the third attempt be considered? Yes, we will calculate the best of all the entrances that you gave, best of any entrances, multiple entrances that you gave. Maybe say if you have given September math and you score better in December math, we'll calculate the December math. Suppose if you give NMAT twice and the third attempt is one good better one, we'll take the third attempt. So best of all the entrances that you give, we'll calculate that particular. Yeah, Santosh.
okay, there is a question related to Himalayan retreat. So the program fees is additional for that or it is included?
No, it is part of the fee. As I said, we have two immersion programs. The domestic immersion program to the Himalayan retreat is compulsory and is part of the fee. The global immersion program, as I said, it is optional and it's not mandatory. That fee will be separate. The student need to bear that.
Okay, now we have another question related to CMAT exam. So acceptance of CMAT exam. So Dheeraj sir, can you please like
We do accept CMAT exams. As per AICT, yes, there are few entrance exams that we normally take. Only thing that happens is in the past last 2 years, if you have seen round two, we have seen CMAT was supposed to happen in the month of Feb, then that got shifted to May. So by that time, actually, the actually we had entered into the waiting list category. So thus, if students, candidates are looking for only CMAT exam and if they're not given any entrance exam, then probably they should be looking for some higher percentile at that particular time because by the time you submit your application with the help of your CMAT or upgrade your score with the help of CMAT, we are at the very last stage of maybe leftover seats. The competition level is at a very super high at that particular time. But as per eligibility is concerned, yes, we accept CMAT.
Okay, the batch
Role,
size for PPM
okay.
marketing. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. Students are asking about the batch size for PGDM marketing.
Okay, batch size for PGDM. The overall total batch size is 300. Each section will have 60 students. First year. Second year, that depends upon the specialization that the students look forward to. I think what are the roles offered post completion of PGDM program with respect to the placements, if I say. Majorly, we have seen approx 31 plus percentage is offered in the consulting role, somewhere 17% towards business development, and then rest marketing, finance, analytics plays a major role. Consulting is one of the major profile that is being offered to the students by the companies actually.
Okay, now there is a question related to scholarship, defense category or economic weaker section. So how can student can apply for these scholarship?
All these scholarships that I had spoken about earlier, we have, I'll come back repeating this particular scholarship part again. We have five types of scholarships. One is need based, which is family income lesser than 8 lakhs annually. And the second is the merit based. Then comes the ward of defense personnel. Fourth is in case if you're belonging to agriculture background. And the last one is unique achievement award. So if I talk about the one, the economically weaker one, if it is lesser than 8 lakhs of annual income, you can nominate yourself for the particular scholarship. Once it gets open, when a particular candidate is selected for the program, they are asked to appear for the scholarship interview process, which is conducted by a separate panel, basically. And that amount can range from 50,000 to 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs. That depends on the panel offering the scholarship at the time of interview. There is no reservation or any kind of quota seats offered at soil. All the seats are offered at merit basis, and the student has to go through the entire process of appearing the entrance exam, attending the GD group exercise, and personal interview round.
Okay, there is a question related to PGDM specialization.
Specialization again, okay, I'll repeat that again. We offer four specializations: marketing, HR, finance, and business analytics. Uh, First year will be common, second year will be choosing any two. Now, if I take about one question about the kind of scores that the students, and what I can see in the chat box, if I have 198, 199, little lesser than in the NMAT, suppose. As I said, we do not have a predefined cutoff. We have weightages system. If you have 198, something like that, scores, you need to give some extra effort in the GD group exercise and personal interview round, which is holding 40% of weightage, where you can turn the table basically. No doubt we give 35% to the entrance exam, but 40% is the GDGEPI. So if I'm scoring somewhere less, I need to give my best and extra effort in the other round so that I'm able to compensate certain marks there, and also I'm achieve some better scores there to make myself as part of the list that will come out when we put them in the into top order. So if you have certain scores or percentile less, then you have to give some extra effort in the other side. Okay, I think almost less. Okay, I think I've seen one plus 2 years of work ex, but the academic is average. Okay, somewhere you'll get weightage for your work experience, and somewhere you lose weightage for your average performance in the academic. But now again, you have the 40% area that is the GD, and PI round where you have to give your best again. I'm addressing this to a question that has come up. I have plus 2 years of WebEx, but my academic is average. So again, we will see the final score that comes out. It's a profile-based selection process rather than any kind of predefined cutoff. I think Santosh, almost we have
I
taken up
think,
all the
yeah. So
collective
many of the
questions.
questions related to cutoff only. Maximum questions are
Mhm.
right. There is a different question just received. If someone filled the form via CAT but did not select it, does he should fill the form again to pay 2,000 rupees for CMAT score?
No, I didn't. If someone,
If someone fill the application form through CAT's percentile, and
Mhm.
if he is not shortlisted, and late he got the CMAT score, so for the
Okay,
CMAT
okay.
score updation, he need to fill again.
Okay, no, no, no. In case if you have filled the form with a particular entrance exam, let it be CAT or any other entrance exam, if you do not get shortlisted currently, and if you submit us with a better percentile or a score of a next entrance exam that you will appear, you don't have to fill the form again. But only the score will be upgraded. So you don't have to pay again, right? Okay. I'll repeat the deadline date because that will play last 20th January is the deadline date. In case if you are looking forward for applying, please ensure that you do not wait till the last moment because one, there are two SOPs that you have to write, which is somewhere around 500 plus words. No doubt, word count will not matter, content will matter, so that you get ample time to prepare those SOPs and complete the application form. So instead of waiting for the last moment, if you are looking forward to visit the website, go to the program and other details, and then when you apply, do apply at least a little bit before the deadline so that you're able to complete the form in a better way. Right. So I think we have taken up almost all the questions in a collective way, and looking forward for the candidates. In case if you come across any other queries to be asked or something, you can definitely write to us. You'll find the email ID and the contact detail at the website. You can download all the informative brochures related to the program and all the placements from the website directly. Fine. So I think we'll be wishing them all the best, and thank you all for attending the session. We look forward to seeing you all. All the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Santosh, for
All the
attending
best.
the question Q&A sessions. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.